Just about set for football now here at Lumen Field in Seattle. Today, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Seattle Seahawks.
Please welcome your 2026 Seattle Seahawks.
Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen with you. The second-year man, Cam Little, has the honors. Off we go from Lumen Field. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Seahawks come out, and they are led by a new quarterback, Sam Darnold. From USC, he's bounced around for his first 7 seasons. This is 5th different franchise as he starts year 8 in the NFL. And Greg, it's year 1 with the Seahawks.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from the opening whistle.
And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
A gain of 17 yards.
They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of
2 plays, 2 nice pickups to start the drive. This one a gain of 18.
So the rule of thumb, so often when you call these play-action passes, Mike, is that the guy you fake it to, he tends to be wide open more often than not, and it's exactly the case here. Dump it off to the back in the flat, and he does the rest.
He managed to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. This time it's the veteran, Eric Armstead, on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Jaguars' 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. He'll rotate Cup. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
He'll get this complete to Walker. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
It's a gain of 4.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
7th play of this opening drive, and here's third down. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
This offensive line has to do a better job, Mike, of communicating the protection pre-snap, especially on these key third downs. The blitz overwhelms them from the jump, and now they're picking their quarterback off the ground.
On fourth down, the veteran Jason Myers for the Seattle field goal. Officially an even 50-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks will take a 3-0 lead.
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
Three points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here come the Jaguars, and Greg, it brings out Trevor Lawrence. Many ups and downs in his first 4 seasons. Now year 5 for the former #1 overall pick out of Clemson.
You know, Mike, it's kind of become cliche. You know, these guys come onto the field and we say, hey, you got to defend every blade of grass. They can make every throw, but that's exactly the case anytime this guy's lined up behind center. And the amount of stress that it puts on your pass defense, on your secondary to know, I got to defend sideline to sideline.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Derek Hall in there for the sack. It is a loss of 6 to begin the drive.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down. Brenton Strange was his intended target. 3rd down coming up. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Oh, got him again the 2nd time with a sack on this opening drive.
And it's this pass rush. They've made their presence felt here in the early going. That's 2 sacks now for them on this opening drive. And you have to imagine, Mike, there's going to be more sacks to come if this offensive line doesn't clean things up.
On 4th down, the Jaguars send out the veteran Logan Cook to punt. Rashid Shaheed back to return this one. Now fair catch, signal for, and made here at about the 43-yard line. The Seahawks offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They had the field goal on the opening drive to take the early lead. See if they can improve on it here. 3-0 is our score, and it's 1st and 10. Throwing, Darnold. This is intercepted. That's the linebacker, Devin Lloyd. And the Jaguars are going to take over at their own 41-yard line.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The #1 thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
The Jaguars offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. On 1st and 10, Lawrence. Gonna get that complete. Jacoby Myers. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Terrific start to this drive. gain of 23 and a first down.
First down.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. You just saw a great example of it here.
He's close to a first down, a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's carry number 1 for Travis Etienne. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Back's doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary, but just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and he makes the play behind the line.
Now 2nd down throw for Lawrence. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
They'll go with the sneak. And he's going to have the first down. Just past the marker. It is 1st and goal.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
Back to throw. Lawrence. There he goes again. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
It's a nice job here defensively. Down here tight, it's easy to be so concerned about stopping the pass that you lose sight of the quarterback when he decides to become a runner. Not the case here. Picks up a little positive yardage, sets up 2nd and goal.
Etienne will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Jaguars move out to a 7-3 lead.
Seahawks 3.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready to get back at it. They'll do so with 1st and 10. To throw is Darnold. That one swung out wide to Walker. And he can't get away. They rally to of the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
2nd and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
Throwing on 3rd down is Darnold. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
Complete to number 7, Brian Thomas Jr. 5 yards on the play, and it's 3rd down.
Man in motion here is Washington. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the 1st quarter. It's the Jaguars on top. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. The Jaguars with the ball as quarter number 2 begins. They need to get to the 29 here, facing 3rd down. Lawrence as they begin with 3rd and 8. That one is batted away, incomplete. No separation that time, tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
To return, it's Shaheed. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And he'll get this up to the 44. Devin Lloyd, the linebacker, there to stop.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
They face 2nd down and 7. Off the bootleg, here's Darnold. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
Intended for
Jackson Smith and Jigba, the intended receiver.
Incomplete.
And it's going to bring up a third down.
And 7.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Give him 14 on that one. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
That's good for a Seahawks first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets to the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
Throwing on first and 10 is Darnold. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
It's pretty well read there defensively. Anytime you throw these quick passes to the wide receivers, you're looking to pick your gain up after the catch. So let's give credit to the defense. Rally and tackle in space and keep that to a pretty modest gain.
Darnold to throw again. He'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And he's going to be out of bounds down at the 30. The screen works for 10 yards and a first down.
And the Seahawks.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
And that'll be a pickup of 3.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
At the 27-yard line.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
A gain of 9.
Well, it's been pretty clear this offense has wanted to get this running back involved in the passing game here in the first half. And with the success they've found, I expect the rest of the game to go very similarly.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
16-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. That is pulled in at the 5. And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up 1st and goal.
Yards on the play.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Darnold now to throw. He'll get this out to his running back. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch. Found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped. And that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
To the goal line and in. A.J. Barner. Touchdown, Seattle. Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. It's up and good. And the Seahawks are on top. It's now 10-7.
Jaguars 7.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. This is fielded inside the 5. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to take over possession of the football. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Throwing is Lawrence. To the right side, hauled in by Myers. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
Nick Emanwari on the stop. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 35-yard line.
In motion comes Thomas. 2nd down, Lawrence. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. Will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They're locked in on this drive. 2nd connection for that pair. This one gaining 22.
At the 43-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
That's complete. It's Parker Washington. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another 1st down. To throw is Lawrence. Looking middle, and he's got Myers. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Seahawks 23-yard line.
From the 23, here's 2nd down and 7. Lawrence gives this one to ETN. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He'll get down to the 15-yard line.
7-yard gain. And the Jaguars 1st down. 1st and 10.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
Two minutes to play in the 1st half of a 3-point game. We're back to Seattle after this. Lawrence now on second down. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Now a screen set up for Etienne. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's fourth down. So it is fourth down. They'll bring on Cam Little for this Jaguars field goal. Little's kick is good. And the Jaguars will level the score at 10 apiece.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
Ball level at 10 as this one's kicked off. He'll start at the 4. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. Right side, home in by Cup. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. 16 yards on the game. And a quick first down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half. And just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete. Cooper Kupp was the intended receiver. And that will lead to a second down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm. Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
From the gun on third down, it's Darnold. And that is incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Here's Michael Dixon now. He'll punt for the second time, looking to hit another good one. And he didn't get the check he was hoping for on that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback. The Jaguars offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with first and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. This one complete to Washington. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here as it comes to 22 seconds remaining till halftime.
A gain of 12. And the Jaguar first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They put Strange in motion. Lawrence now to throw on 1st down. Got a man downfield, it's Thomas. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a 1st down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
Now a timeout for Jacksonville. Their 2nd, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Second and 5. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Oh, what a throw, swinging it across his body and complete. And they'll take this down inside the 35. And the offense will take one here. Timeout with 6 left on the 2nd quarter clock.
31-yard line.
Cam Little for this field goal attempt. This will be a 48-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Jaguars going to take the lead. It's now 13-10.
Nice job there securing points with that final play. Of course, they would have loved to have come away from that possession with a touchdown, but I think they're going to be happy with 3 going into the break.
Final moments of this first half, kicking with the lead now, as this one is in the air. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Darnold to throw. He lets one go, looking for Shaheed. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there. So they send out Jason Myers for this field goal. This from 30 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. So we've hit half here out west, and we'll send it back east to Scott Hansen, who has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen back with you in the studios in Orlando. We've got a close one, as we expected. No quarter given on either side. We are all tied up at the break. This one could go either way, so let's find out as they're ready for the 3rd quarter kickoff. Send it back out to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Second half drawing near. So good to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. He fields it at the 8. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Jags offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They'll start out first down and 10. They'll give it to Etienne to start this drive. He'll push forward for about a yard. Byron Murphy there on the stop.
Down at the 26. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 9. Once again, it's Etienne. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. A pickup of 14 on that walk. That's good for a Jaguar first down.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
It's a pretty simple read. It's man coverage. They run a little interference on the inside, and that makes it hard for the defender to stick with their man, and it leads to an easy pitch and catch.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Now Lawrence on the bootleg. That's swung out to Etienne. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend, make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing it. Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and a yard. They put Strange in motion. Now 2nd down throw for Lawrence. That's brought in by Myers. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
It's a gain of 29.
It's a gain of 29. And it's 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
They'll run it here with Etienne. And he's into the end zone. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Jaguars. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
That just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. Extra point by Little is good. And the Jaguars will go up by 7.
Seahawks 13. Cam
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Shaheed now to return it. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Seahawks offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Once again, it's Walker. And he'll take this up to the 48-yard line. Devin Lloyd, the linebacker, there to stop.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Here's Darnold. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
3rd and 5. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A little indecisive there, Mike. I thought he could have pulled the trigger a tad sooner. Instead, he just holds onto the ball a little too long. The windows close up and ultimately has no choice but to just simply throw the ball away.
Kicking time for the Seahawks. They'll punt this one away. That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. Bring it back out to the 20-yard line. The Jaguars offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. And a nice run there. He'll get 8 to the 28-yard line.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. The tight end going in motion to the left. They'll run it once more with Etienne. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
They'll run the sneak. And he will have a Jaguars first down. At least at first glance. They'll spot the football just beyond the marker, and they convert on 3rd and inches.
A gain of a yard.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Man in motion here is Washington. Here's Lawrence. They'll try to set up the screen here. will mark him down up at the 44-yard line. Give him 13 on that screenplay and a first down.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
Demarcus Lawrence on the stop. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at their 48-yard line.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Lawrence. Open right side, that strains the tight end. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks after a gain of 7.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Up the middle, here's ETN. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
In motion is Myers. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And pick up 3 or maybe 4. DeMarcus Lawrence there on the stop.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 on the Seahawks' 29-yard line.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 5. On the give, it's ETN. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Linebacker Ernest Jones ends that play.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's taken down on what is the final play of this 3rd quarter. Fourth quarter now, and it'll begin with a run by ETN. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Seahawks' 12-yard line.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Here's ETN. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Lawrence now. And that is incomplete. Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. And now it's 4th down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on third down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up fourth down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Cam Little to kick
So
off for
after
the
the field goal,
Jaguars.
back out is Little to kick this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Seahawks offense getting set to get back to work. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Check.
Now Walker. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
It'll be Smith and Jigba bringing it in. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A gain of 24 through the air. First down, Seattle.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
It's a gain there of 26 yards.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
Eric Armstead brought him down. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Jaguars' 20-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. That one swung out wide to Walker. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Darnold now to throw. One, broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's 4th down.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3? And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals, but in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So the field goal makes it a one-score game here in the fourth quarter as they kick it away. This taken at the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. There's Trevor Lawrence as he and the Jaguars get set for their next drive. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 3. Motion man is the tight end going right. On 2nd down, here's ETN. They will not get back to the line of scrimmage. They pick him up and throw him down for a loss.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock and keeping the ball on the ground?
They pick up 17 through the air. 1st down, Jacksonville.
A gain of 17 yards. That's good for a Jaguars 1st down. It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Jaguars.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock, but the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up 1st downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again. A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Off-balance throw, it's complete. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
They'll go with the sneak, and he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that 1st down, but this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the 1st down.
A 1st down throw for Lawrence. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Now, ETN. South Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before 3rd down.
2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Now Lawrence. Got his man. It's complete to Thomas. Timeout Seahawks. That is their 2nd. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down.
That's another Jaguars 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
To throw is Lawrence. That's to the right side and incomplete. Jacoby Myers was the intended target. And it'll lead to a second down.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see, guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front of him.
Third down.
This crowd into it now as we get to third down. Lawrence. Back over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And the Jags are going to have first and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown. It's a gain of 13, and it's first and goal.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the fourth quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So, really nice job here late. We'll see if they can put this one out of reach.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Now from the 7, it's second and goal. Now a handoff, ETN, and some space opening up as he works it down to the 2.
Down at the 2-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. It's now third and goal.
Third and goal. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it is a win for our visitors, the Jaguars. They're able to get the job done in front of a hostile crowd as they come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.